Hi, I'm Jay Cox, and today we'll be doing the pixel stretch effect. It's all over Instagram, and let's just get right into it. Well, as you can see in the edit, the pixel stretch effect doesn't play a major role, but with all the details and all the effects like this, I think it's pretty damn cool in the end, and this is a big part of it. It's a pretty simple, beginner-friendly tutorial, but we're gonna delve into how to clean this up and make it a little cooler and maybe a little procedural and make it a little bit more like a drag and drop effect that you can use over and over again. Let's get right into it. It is basically just a transform node where you uncheck this box so you can stretch it extremely to one side. But the thing is, it's everywhere and that's not what we want. So we will put a rectangle on it and now we can mask it and put it wherever. But the problem is, if you have a look, if we put it wherever, I would like this highlight to be stretched, but it's stretching something else. Well, it's stretching from this pivot point. So what you can do is manually moving this pivot point here until it's on the edge. But that's not too smart. And you can just pin these two nodes so they continue to be open, and you can put an expression in this pivot point. Now you have to retain the comma in between, and remember the first one is X. So where on X do we want it to be in relation to the rectangle? Well, we want it to be on the center, and remember this is referencing the point also, so we gotta say we want the X value of it. So now it's on the center. Let's enter it. Oh, sorry, we forgot to put some other value in there. And now it's on the center. Great, but we need to transpose it to the left, and we're gonna do it with the width. So if we did the whole width, it would be on the other side here. So we need half of the width. So we're gonna subtract half of the width. So width divided by 2, and now it's over here. Great. And now the Y value, I will delete this and say I want it on the center dot Y, and that's it. Now it's super quick. Now we can basically save this and be done with it, but we can do some extra things to it, like feathering. Let me unpin this and just let's see, let's watch the rectangle. Yeah, you can do a soft edge. If I view it, right, you can do soft edge. That's all great, but it does a soft edge on top. Maybe that's the look you're going for. It's not the look I would be going for. It's kind of chill, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna do soft edge 0, and I'm gonna add a directional blur. Now this needs to go to the background input so it works properly. And if we view it again, you can see we are only blurring the x-axis. So that's great. Let's go back to media out. And by the way, if you want to view the grade that's in your color page, you just set this from none to mix. Are we done with this? Well, I think we can go further and we can add glow. I usually like to add soft glow with the same mask, so we have some, like, it doesn't look as flat. Move this over here. Well, the threshold's way too low, so I'm gonna put it here, and let's see. That's pretty cool. And last but not least, we'll add film grain, also mask it, and maybe smaller size, small strength. Let's have a look. And it looks great. I hope you can see it on YouTube. I've actually really went in here, right? You can definitely see that, and you can be done. If you play this works quite well, but what you can see, it's not following the whole thing. It works in some cases, but we can make it even better. So what I like to do is to group this of 2 pixel stretch. And you can save this and copy paste it anywhere. If maybe you go to Notepad, you can have this as a code and share it with your friends, or you can just make a macro. As you can see, I have a lot of macros, but we can make this even better. How do we make this even better is that I would like to put this in the background. So let's put a magic mask in. And I want it like this. Let's view it on my viewer number 2. And I've been re-recording this tutorial for several... This is like my 4th try because my PC's been crashing. So hopefully it won't crash this time. Great. So now we got this mask. I will track it. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. And then we will want to merge it with this, so it's back on top, right? If you just put something on the output of another thing, it will become the foreground, and the original thing will be the yellow background. So that's great. I would also like to put in a drop shadow. You can see it over there, but maybe I don't want it that strong. I just want to have a little bit of a 3D effect. So with and without drop shadow, with and without mask. So now we have it masked. We can do another thing, and that is we can track it like this, and we will choose something easy to track, and it should be, view it, and it should be this hole over here. So let's track it. Great. And now we can reopen our pixel stretch. So I'm going to ungroup it again. We're going to go to the rectangle and the tracker. Again, we're going to pin them. All right. Tracker, excuse me. Great. Rectangle. And we're going to move the rectangle around with the tracking point. So we're going to go to center, right click, expression. And again, we're going to delete these 2 values, separate them by comma. And now I'm going to pick whip it to the tracked center. Again, .x. And now I'm going to do track center.y. And now you're going to see it's going to jump up. So now it like kind of moves with it, but it's wrong. And now correct me if I'm wrong, but I like to add the offset from here. So it's y offset plus y offset, please. And I wish Blackmagic made this a little bigger, and plus x offset. And what that did is it's still being tracked, but now we can move it around, up and down, and have it behind the thing. And then of course we could be going on and on. You can track it, you can mask it, and you can do whatever you want. It is pretty great. All right, and now let's have a look at my drag and drop version. You can basically just go to JCogs, you can install it, and you can add it here like so, and it's just the drag and drop effect. Well, the neat thing here is that all the controls are over here and down, and this can go down from down here, or it can go up from the bottom edge, etc, etc. And the cool thing about the effect is that while you're editing, you never have to go to the Fusion page, and you can just go and use the pixel stretch effect, and it is done. You can just have a look quickly if it works for your edit or if it doesn't, and you can even move it around if you switch on the Fusion overlay, and it's done as simply as possible, so you don't have to do anything. You can even use these things and do the directional blur and everything, soft edge if you want to even do the top part, and then the stretch amount. Maybe you want to do less, you know, maybe you want to do more, the grain size and everything, and you can watch it real time there's still this left, right, up and down setting, and it makes it just really quick to test this effect in an overall edit before you commit to it. Also, one note for the Fusion version, this output is the mask, so you can add things to this mask later on, which I think is pretty cool. And that's it for the pixel stretch effect. If you want to support the channel or get any other effects, you can go to my Patreon and support me there. But it's perfectly okay just to leave a like and a comment. And even if you want, you can subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.